Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and as you can see by today's title pretty much, we're going to be talking about one of the new Blue Eyes support cards that came out of Legendary Duelist Season 2, and that being Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. Now, I'm going to be honest, I wanted to wait on this video for a couple of reasons. So, a lot of people initially, when this card was announced, asked me, Seto, what are your thoughts on this card? This card seems broken. It seems amazing Blue Eye support. It's really awesome for the fusion, the ritual, the regular version. And I was like, yeah, on paper it looks good. And they were like, why are you not so excited for this card? I said, well, until I get my hands on it, I'm not going to say anything. And I tested it online, and I was not as ecstatic as I hoped, because on paper the card looks amazing. It looks like a very amazing card for Blue Eyes White Dragon. I will be the first to admit that. But when I started looking into the applications of how I would use said card in a Blue Eyes deck, be it Ritual, Fusion, or Standard version, I quickly found out that it was trying to fit a round peg in a square hole, as they say. You think it would fit, but it didn't. And that's why I waited until I got the card in my hand, actually, and play tested it in real life against some friends of mine for the last couple of weeks, about 2 weeks now since I got this card in my hand. And I built different versions. I tried it out. And I said after today, I nope, I can't run this card anymore in good conscience. And people ask me why. Why is that? I use it. It works perfectly fine. It's nice to have. It's another tech option. There's a couple reasons why. On paper, like I said, this card, Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon is a great card. So let's read the card. I'm not going to have it up on my screen because I'm not an editor, but let's read it to you guys. It's a level 8 light dragon monster. It's important to note that its name is Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. A dragon monster with the effect of, if this card is special summon, you can add 1 ritual or 1 polymerization from your deck to your hand. During your end turn, you can add 1 level 8 or higher dragon monster from your deck to your hand. That's pretty cool. You can banish this card from the graveyard. All level 8 or higher dragon monsters you control gain 1000 attack. You can only use the effect of Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon once per turn. You can only activate them while Blue Eyes White Dragon is on your field or in your graveyard. Okay, well, let's start off with the obvious. The effect to add a level 8 or higher dragon monster from your deck to your hand is a nice effect. The effect to give your monsters 1000 attack bonus is pretty good. Pretty good, I won't deny that. I feel in the standard version as a one-up, it's a decent card. In the standard combo-oriented Blue Eyes White Dragon decks out there, it's cool. It's a nice little thing you could do. I wasn't so as impressed as I had hoped for the Ritual and Spell version. So, let me talk about the Fusion version first. The Fusion version of the Blue Eyes White Dragon is important to note that it has to have Blue Eyes White Dragon in the name, right? To make the fusions of Blue Eyes White Dragon, you need to have Blue Eyes White Dragon be the name on the field and in the hand. At least on the field or in the hand. One or the other or both. Because that's one of the reasons I love, in the Fusion version of the deck, I love Blue Eyes Alternative. Because on field, it's treated as Blue Eyes White Dragon. This makes the Fusion version better. The nice effect to add polymerization from your deck to your hand is cool. But there's a better card that does it in the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck that is much older. And I'm talking about the Fusion variation first, if you guys don't know, and that's King of the Swamp. Because King of the Swamp can add polymerization from your deck to your hand and be a substitute for a Blue Eyes White Dragon fusion. Can even help you, if you really wanted to, go for Dragon Master Knight, because they can count as the Knight part. This, you have to legitly get into the grave with it have it engrave, okay, first off, you have to pitch it, otherwise it's dead in your hand, and then reborn it to get to the polymerization. And it doesn't count as Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field. That's a lot of steps to just get a polymerization. When King of the Swamp does the same thing by just pitching it, and also can be a substitute already. So, you see my lackluster love for that. Alright, let's talk about the ritual version of Blue Eyes White Dragon. Okay, I get to add one ritual card spell from my deck to my hand. You know, at first I thought, oh my gosh, the ritual version is where it's going to be at, really. That's where it's going to shine, because I can, you know, add Blue Eyes, Chaos Max, you know, the ritual monster. I can add Chaos form to my hand, right? I can add Chaos form to my hand. I can, you know, add Advanced Ritual Art, which is not as searchable in the deck, which is awesome. Until I got into building the deck, and I said, oh, yeah. Remember what I said, guys, about Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon? You for the polymerization and ritual effect, you got to get it into the grave, okay? And then you have to reborn it back, because it has to be special summoned. So, you know, Monster Reborn, Return of the Dragon Lords. Well, guess what? Because it's a ritual version of the deck, guys, you don't run the Reborn cards most of the time in the ritual form of Blue Eyes White Dragon, the Chaos Max deck. What you're going to usually run is you're going to run the incantations. Some people still run different hybrid versions. That's perfectly fine. But unless you're running Return of the Dragon Lord in your main deck, it doesn't fit, because you can pitch it to grave all you want, but it's going to be hard to reborn. You know, Strength of Unity is going to put in more work probably, and that's not even searchable. I'm just being honest, because at least Strength of Unity, when you draw it, it's going to be live one way or another. While this card, you have to set it up in the graveyard and then bring it back. Extra steps. You get what I'm trying to say here. Consistency stuff. So I wasn't impressed in that version. The issue with the card is, on paper, it looks amazing. And for the standard version of Blue Eyes White Dragon, like I said, it works as a one-of. As a one-of. I would not run it more than a one-of. And even then, after playtesting, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I'm being honest. Because there was a lot of times I was like, you know, 1,000 attack is cute and all, but we're talking about freaking Blue Eyes White Dragon, guys. We run over everything almost. When was the last time you had an issue, legitly, in a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck with either A, running over a monster because you're a 3,000 beater? Very rarely is that the case. If anything, you're just doing some extra damage. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, all that steps, I have to get it engraved, then bring it back, to just get an extra 1,000 attack. Okay, that's cool. Okay, maybe the effect of adding level 8s. That is the only blessing, really, that I find in this card. It's nice, because you can add one level 8 dragon or higher monster from your deck. Be that Blue Eyes White Dragon, be that, you know, freaking Blue Eyes Alternative, okay, be it the Nebular Dragon that we run, you know, whatever. You know, it works in the deck as a one-of in that version, but even still, it takes setup. You have to, A, hard draw the card, because it's not searchable by Melody of the freaking Awakened Dragons. So you have to hard draw the card, you then have to pitch said card, and then you have to reborn said card to get any of those effects off. You get where I'm going here with this. Because the card is not searchable by Melody. Melody, you can add one dragon monster with 3,000 or more attack and 2,000 or less defense. How much attack does this card have? 2,500 attack and 2,500 defense. It's not searchable. So you have to hard draw the card and either get it engraved by activating another Melody, you know, activating a Melody of the Awakened Dragons, or trade-in to pitch it, and then you have to have Return of the Dragon Lords or something to reborn the dang thing. That's extra steps. I don't know if that how beneficial that is, because yes, it's a great ability to search, but in a combo-oriented Blue Eyes Dragon, you're trying to get comboed off as quick as possible, not pitch something hard draw something, pitch it, reborn it, and then get your effect off. That's why I say this card is like trying to fit a round peg in a square hole. On paper, it looks like an amazing card. I want this card to be better. I do. I'm not ragging on it. I'm a Blue Eyes player. But it's not good enough. I'm just being honest. Because it's a great card. It's a decent card. You can play it. But everything before but doesn't matter, right? But you have to hard draw the dang thing. You have to go through hoops to get its effects off, which are decent to mediocre. The level 8 one's cute. Cute, but do you really want to jump through hoops to do that? And then maybe have it get ash blossomed? Woo! Like, I jumped through these hoops, ash blossom. Fudge. Like, come on. Like, that's not cool. We already have enough problems in the Blue Eyes deck with Ash Blossom and Melody. Lord forbid that we have to freaking go through Abyss Dragon. I mean, I'm being honest with you guys. I want to love the card. I'm not a fan of it. I've tested it online. I've tested it in real life since I've gotten the card 2 weeks ago with remote dueling with my buddies. And once in real life, I am not a fan. I am not a fan of the card anymore. The card has potential, but it's just one of those type of cards which I haven't seen in a while where on paper you go, oh, it's so good, because it even is a Blue Eyes White Dragon card, but then in application it's not as good. So yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on that card. I maybe misconstrued some things, but like I said, I'm not a fan of the card. And even though you have nice effects, even though this, maybe that, maybe I said something in this video, maybe you could do that. The fact of the matter is you have to get it engrave and then reborn it to get the effects off. That's a two-step process to get just some effects off. Even if I misinterpreted or misspoke any of these effects and applications, you know, like it being Blue Eyes on the field for some reason and be able to use for fusion, which I don't think that's the case from playtesting and talking to my judge friends. I'm being honest, the card's mediocre. Very mediocre. The definition of mediocre. But tell me your thoughts down below, guys, from you playtesting the card. I'll see you guys next time. Good luck dueling to all of you, and go Blue Eyes White Dragon, because no matter what, guys, I still love the deck. Take care, everybody.